What's going on, guys? June 30th, I have great news today. Check this out. So yesterday, I found out that my YouTube channel, my main one, Destroying the Illusion, was reinstated. Second time. 2 terminations, 2 reinstatements. The first one lasted 3 weeks. I think I had to wait like 5.5 weeks for my channel to be reinstated this time. But hey, round of applause. This is fantastic. You might even be watching this video on that channel. I'm going to go ahead and upload this to both channels in the meantime. But if you're still watching this on my Destroying the Illusion 2.0 channel, subscribe to the main one. All my videos are going to be on there in the meantime. Looks like a lot of my videos still have yet to come back. They're not showing up, but they're still there. You can still search them, find them, watch them. I lost about 7,000 or 8,000 subscribers in those 5.5 weeks that this channel was down. But hey, it's back. Time to get back to work on it. So anyway, there's that. Second piece of news, while we don't have any new Q posts, we do have a lot of people over the last day or two start to really come out of the Q closet, if we want to call it that. So Laura Loomer is one of them. She tweeted yesterday, "Who is Q?" Lots of people want me to ask. I've received a lot of messages tonight about Q. So she's really kind of throwing that out there. I have this like saved and a note in my phone to copy and paste onto anybody on Twitter who has a large following who is asking this. I think I posted this on one of Mike Cernovich's tweets and now Laura Loomer's just to get it out there. People asking who is Q, questioning it. Well, I'll be more than happy to offer you my perspective on that. Not only that, Laura Loomer went ahead and tweeted this to trust the plan, and then she tweeted the viral video, The Plan to Save the World, that our homeboy Joe made, and she said it's an incredible video. Take 12 minutes out of your day to watch it. So it looks like she's hopping on the Q train. We've got this guy right here, Dr. Shiva. He is running against Elizabeth Warren for Congress in that same district. And this guy is outspoken on the deep state. He's outspoken on Monsanto. I love this guy. Love what he stands for. And check this out. He says, must watch video. This is an awesome video that somebody just shared with him. It rings with truth. We have a historic opportunity and spiritual duty to destroy the deep state. He posts the same video, The Plan to Save the World. This has like 400,000 views now. Let's just click on it real quick. Check it out on YouTube. See if it's at 400,000 yet. Yup. 400,000 views. Your homeboy's got the top comment. Unfortunately, I couldn't get this top comment on my main channel, 2.0 channel, but it's all good. It's all good. And lastly, we have this Twitter page as well posting the same video, the Educating Liberals page. This guy has like 200,000 or 300,000 followers on his Twitter account, I believe. Let's go ahead and just check it out. Yep, 271,000, and he goes ahead and posts the same Q video earlier this morning. It's the best 13-minute summary he said he's ever seen that explains the current state of the world and the amazing things that are taking place. Boom, this video is going viral. The whole Q topic is going viral. It's going mainstream. Some bigger players are questioning and throwing the little bits of information out there regarding Q. Great stuff, guys. Great stuff. Now let's move on to the next topic. This one was floating around yesterday that surprised quite a lot of people. It even surprised me. I didn't really know of these connections or these interesting pieces of data to correlate. But look at this. So this page right here, it's called the Free Assange Tweets by Campaign page. Look at this, 800,000 followers. This is actually the legal campaign for Julian Assange. They run this Twitter account, right? You need that background to understand what's next. Now, what's next is that yesterday they tweeted this right here. It says, just when Julian Assange unlawful detention couldn't get any stranger, compare these photos of Julian and John G. Trump. That is Donald Trump's uncle, his father's brother, John G. Trump. Look at this. Look how odd this is. John G. Trump right here. Look at the similarities between Julian Assange and John G. Trump. The eyes, the eyebrows, the nose, that little smirk right there. Crazy, right? And again, truth is truly stranger than fiction these days. You think things just can't be true. It's like, wow, more things come along on a day-by-day basis that just surprise the heck out of you. This surprised me. I'm like, wow. If it turns out Julian Assange is in some way some distant relative to Donald Trump, I will be thoroughly surprised. But then again, at the same time, with everything coming out these days, nothing, I'll say almost nothing surprises me anymore. I won't say nothing because this would surprise me. But again, I would be like, it's just the way the world is, man. Just the way the universe runs everything. We have, of course, the nefarious bloodlines that have infiltrated the control structures of society. But hey, this could be an example of a benevolent bloodline. One of those groups in those secret societies, call it that or call it whatever you want, those groups that are benevolent, that are trying to help us. I really wonder if this is an example of that kind of bloodline. But again, very intriguing that it would be Julian Assange's own legal counsel tweeting this and just saying, strange connections. That's all they're saying. But of course, we can take it a step further and connect the dots. And also, goes to note, John G. Trump, you might have heard me say this before, seen this piece of data around the block somewhere. John G. Trump was Donald Trump's called nuclear uncle. He was called nuclear uncle because he was a nuclear physicist, graduate of MIT, but he was the one that was tasked by the FBI to take Nikola Tesla's papers upon Nikola Tesla's death in his New York apartment in 1943. So remember that. John G. Trump was the one that essentially got Tesla's papers. Not sure if he sifted through them and if he was the one to try and decipher them or if he just passed them along to some other projects or programs in the 3 letters. But that's just an interesting and very important, in my opinion, piece of data to note, is that John G. Trump was the one that took Tesla's papers. Now, a few decades down the line, we have Julian Assange trying to disclose intel, leak intel to the public. It looks like Donald Trump is part of an alliance trying to do the same. So again, I'm very... well, someday we'll figure out how this all connects, and I'm sure our jaws will drop. Now, just want to take a quick second to shout out a sponsor of this YouTube channel in Trade Genius Academy. If you want to get started investing in cryptocurrency and you want to start making a good return on your investments, but you're scared because the market's really volatile, you don't exactly know what to do, check out Trade Genius Academy. They do personalized coaching. They have great programs that essentially hold your hand along the process in investing in crypto, and they have a fantastic success rate in getting you a return on those investments. And they have a lot of specials going on to the end of the month. That's literally the end of today. A lot of their services are 50% off, so go take advantage of all of that. TradeGeniusAcademy.com. Now we're moving on into exposing some truth in regards to natural health and what's going on with the suppression of natural health and natural health researchers and activists. I don't think I've mentioned this on any of my videos or YouTube channels quite yet, but I still want to throw it in there for those who might not know. Last week, we had a pharmaceutical scientist who was shot to death in Yosemite, not Yosemite, he was shot to death in Malibu. He was camping in Malibu with his children, and he was shot by somebody with a shotgun. They have yet to figure out who exactly did it. But again, another mysterious instance of whether it's a pharmaceutical scientist, somebody working for the FDA, many holistic doctors, and natural health activists, advocates over the last 3 years. The number upwards of like 80, 90, or 100 now have been killed or, quote, suicided or have gone missing under extremely mysterious circumstances, and I think we can add this to that list. So this man, heart goes out to him, rest in peace. I truly wonder what was going on with him behind the scenes, what he might have been figuring out, what he might have been leaking or speaking or talking about to some individuals that some nefarious groups might not have wanted him talking about. Who really knows? But again, this is just mysterious, and let's add his name to that list. And speaking of which, that list, go look up Erin Elizabeth. Erin Elizabeth is Dr. McCullough's wife. She's done a fantastic job over the last 3 years, being really the main journalist, keeping up to date, keeping up to speed on all of these mysterious deaths. I report them as much as I can, but of course I report so much on this channel that it's tough for me to get every single detail about every single topic. There's certain topics that I delve a little deeper into, but this one, the story of all the holistic doctors and natural health activists that have been killed or suicided over the past few years. This is one of those topics that I try to report as much as I can on because I feel like it's crucial. And we have another example here. And let's move on to the suppression of natural health. So this article I found on healthfreedomidaho.org a few days ago. Facebook deletes health, wellness, organic, and natural living accounts in the name of fake news. This is something I wasn't really even aware of until just the other day when I saw this. But look at this. Look at all these pages that have been deleted over the past about 2 weeks, 3 weeks now. A lot of huge health and natural organic pages. One of them, they're called Natural Cures Not Medicine. I followed this page. Followed, liked, whatever they call it on Facebook now. I liked this page. I scrolled through this page quite a bit. I didn't even realize they were deleted until a few days ago. 2.3 million followers. Wiped out. Gone. Collectively Conscious. I've seen that page before. 1 million followers. Here's a list of a bunch of them. Chocolate Socrates, I followed that page, deleted on June 13th. Health and Alternative Medicine, Nature's Touch, just a lot of them. It's insane, folks. The suppression of information is not relegated to one topic. It's not just Q. It's not just Pizzagate or human trafficking that they're trying to censor. It's everything. They don't want us knowing anything about ourselves or about what's going on in the world. As above, so below. Knowledge of self leads to knowledge of other in the world. They don't want knowledge of basically anything in our heads. They don't want us free and healthy and our bodies and minds functioning to see their game. They don't want that. So censorship, this modern day book burning, goes on YouTube, goes on Amazon. I've had Amazon stuff deleted, goes on Facebook and Twitter, and it goes on, especially in Facebook here, but with health pages. So, God, I feel for them. I truly do. But, I'm getting my accounts back. Let's truly hope that they get theirs back. Few pieces of information on this guy. I know you've seen this guy around the past few days, Joel Davis. He was the guy that was the head of the international campaign to stop rape and gender violence, basically anti-sex abuse organization. And then this guy was arrested for child sex abuse. But what I want to show you here, because I mentioned this in yesterday's video, is that Liz Crokin, so she's always up to speed on the latest and greatest in human trafficking and elite pedophilia disclosures. That's her niche. She did some digging on this guy's Instagram page and found some very weird connections. So this guy, Joel Davis, his Instagram page is supercoolkid212. He gave a speech last year at John Podesta's organization, the Center for American Progress. Founded by John Podesta, this guy gave a speech at it last year. He also has pictures of pizza on his Instagram account. Now, yes, you could say, oh, pizza, that doesn't mean anything. But when you get into these circles, what does pizza mean? If you don't know what pizza is symbol for in these circles, go look up what the FBI has to say about it in a 2007 declassified report. So we have pizza, mysteriously found on his Instagram account. There was another picture, I don't think she posted it here, of this guy, posting a picture of looked like tropical island on his Instagram account and sailing to it. And when you look at this island and cross-reference that between pictures of Jeffrey Epstein's island, they look very similar. And the note that he posted with that picture was St. Martin's. So St. Martin's is in that area in the Caribbean. So you gotta wonder if he went to Jeffrey Epstein's island. This picture was posted in the summer of last year, 2017. So maybe he did. Do some digging and you can truly find all these connections. And that's the crazy thing, is that all this information is out there. It's on Twitter, it's on Instagram. It's just not publicized or popularized, of course. But if you do some digging and you know where to look, it's all there. And you can find some pretty amazing connections between all of this. Last few things I want to talk to you guys about. This one, I tweeted about it, but I've yet to put it into a video. But here it is. Toymaker apologizes for selling a model of a fictional Nazi UFO. Literally, look at this. I mean, they're calling it fictional, but if you're familiar with my work and the work of others that discuss the secret space program and all this circumstantial evidence regarding it, this shit's real, guys, this Nazi UFO called the Hanabu, that is very real. The Nazis were able to build a handful, not only build, but they got hand-me-downs of many of these anti-gravity saucer craft. Some of them were called the German Bell. Others, like this one, this is the Hanabu. There's certain stages of it, certain production models and sizes that they made. And they were able to get this science from, again, Victor Schauberger and Maria Orsic and technology exchanges with non-terrestrial races. I'll go ahead and link a video up above of, maybe I'll link a few of some secret space program research that I've talked about before. But look at this. So this toy company in Germany as well, it's called Revel, one of the most well-known and respected toy brands on the planet, made this, and they were forced to take it off their shelves. They even acted like it was an actual historical craft, well, because it is, and gave some specs on it. First object in the world capable of flying in space, they even put on the box. But they, again, had to yank the product entirely. Imagine if Hasbro, to give you some perspective for my fellow American watchers out there, imagine if Hasbro did this. That's crazy. This is big. But in fact, it's bigger than Hasbro because this is in Germany, the ones that, right, created the flying saucers. So this is even more, more intense than Hasbro doing this. But again, they were forced to take it off them shelves, just putting a little bit of truth in plain sight there, seeding the consciousness. And then we had this going around on the topic of UFOs. Fox News a few days ago, UFO, ? Bizarre roll cloud in Tennessee stuns residents. So this cloud, this giant cylindrical shaped cloud right over the plains there was photographed, and a lot of news agencies are reporting it as a UFO. Now, this isn't a UFO. That's a craft. Or, I mean, not a craft. Excuse me. That's a cloud. Maybe a Freudian slip there. That is a cloud, but an interesting point to note is that many UFOs, not only the man-made UFOs, the Black Project craft, but their UFOs as well, the non-terrestrial species, many UFOs are in the shape of cigar craft. They're in cigar shapes, long, cylindrical bodies. The man-made ones are constructed modularly, so they're modular construction, which is why these things are big. They can be 1 kilometer to 1.5 kilometers long. If you are familiar with William Tompkins' work, he was actually designing some of these for the Navy decades ago. So there are many UFOs out there that are cylindrical shaped. So this was a very interesting, again, way of seeding the consciousness. It's a cloud. It's not a UFO, but they're saying UFO, ? What a way for even the mainstream media to start plugging this, seeding this into your mind. And that's pretty much it that I wanted to share with you guys today. So lots of Q stuff hitting the news, bigger names, more prominent names, questioning it, getting it out there into the public domain. We have very weird things coming out of Julian Assange's lawyer's Twitter account, and suppression of natural health. We've got interesting stuff, again, coming out of the mainstream media in regards to UFOs. And the YouTube channel is back, guys. The YouTube channel is back. So stay tuned. There'll be much more videos coming out on this very soon. Done.